Hello, healthy friends. Some of my Reiki students have been asking me to do these lunar reports forever. So here we go. I'm going to start doing these new moon and full moon mini reports. And this Saturday, February 27th, we will have the Virgo full moon. It's a snow moon. And the sun has just entered Pisces. So we move into the elements of earth and water. And out of Aquarius, we've been under an Aquarius stellium, which was all air. And now we move into a more grounded earth meets water. And so the energy is really shifting. And this is a time when the snow and rain come. And they will bring much needed water to the soils to make the soils rich and dark below. And that will prepare our gardens for spring growth and eventually growing and harvesting. And this is such a necessary part of the process of growth. And this coincides beautifully with the 9-star key, which is the Chinese astrology, as this is a soil month in a 6-metal year. And in Chinese medicine and the 5 elements, earth feeds metal, right? So the earth feeds the metal, and the metal is about money, prosperity. And so this can be a great month for manifesting prosperity and abundance. But you won't have to go out and get it. You'll actually find that it's buried deep within the earth. So this is actually a time for more of an inward process, to go within, get really grounded, root yourself in the dark, deep soils beneath your feet. Go into your yard and do some earthing. I love to just go into my backyard and go barefoot. Even in the cold of February, with snow on the ground, I'll go barefoot in the ground just to get that earth energy. So do your earthing, bare feet in your backyard soil, connect with the soil. Take the time to go within. Do your meditations. This is a more mindful, internal process we're doing right now. So this will not be a month for external, go get it energy, but more of internally plotting our next move. And we all return to our home stars in the 9-star key. So we will all be in our own element this year. And it is time to find your center, as we are in the center star for the month of February. And this is a great time for doing reflections, journaling, working on what is working and what is not, what needs to change, and then making revisions. This is a very revisionary month with this Virgo moon. And when you combine the strong earth energy of a Virgo with that sun in Pisces, the depths of emotional waters, what happens when you put water and earth together? You get mud. And so we all might be feeling a little stuck in the mud this month, where we're just not able to move forward on our plans. But if you think of it as a gardener, you want mud. Mud is what you want to plant your seeds in. The mud, the deep, dark, rich soil, the moist soil is the most fertile soil. So this can be a very fertile time for ideas and coming up with plans, but it's not a outward growing. It's more of a muddy, plant your seeds in the deep, dark soil of mud and water and earth. And it could also be related to this powerful Saturn-Uranus transit we just had on February 17th. Maybe you felt it. We're also going to experience a lot of earth shifts right now. And we've had some mudslides, and in the Pacific Northwest, we just had a bunch of earthquakes along the Oregon coast. I think that Mount Hood had an earthquake swarm, which is just a whole bunch of mini earthquakes. And the earth is shifting, and this is part of that Saturn squaring Uranus, which is a transit that will be going through all of 2021. We'll be feeling it, but it will become really poignant on the actual perfectly aspected squares, which is February 17th, June 4th, and another one in December. I don't remember the exact date, but we could be feeling some huge earth shifts, but also some huge paradigm shifts in our consciousness for us all. And the winds of change are just blowing this year. And really, this is all that Saturn-Uranus aspect. It just becomes stronger when the square becomes exact. And this full moon on Saturday is also quincunx Saturn, meaning either you are trying to make a change or do something different and you're feeling restricted. We're all feeling restricted. All of 2020 was ruled by Saturn, you know, which is all about restrictions and lessons, and Saturn is the teacher and he controls time, and everything is like time constrictions. There's not enough time. I can't do it. I'm restricted because of COVID. So you may have so many obstacles. I'm wearing my Ganesh shirt because Ganesh is the overcomer of obstacles, and we've all had obstacles this year. And the truth is, Ganesh can remove those obstacles because it was Ganesh who put them there. He's a very Saturn type of god because he puts the obstacles there for you to learn lessons. But if it gets too intense, you can pray to Ganesh and say, God, please remove these obstacles. I can't take it. And Ganesh has the power to take them away because he is the one who put them there. So you may just have so many obstacles, roadblocks, getting dead ends, and especially if you try to force change right now. You have to let the change happen and don't try to force something into happening right now. And any challenges can really be turned into opportunities for growth. If you can adapt to what is happening in your life right now, and you adapt with patience, flexibility, compromise, forgiveness. These are all the Virgo, big Virgo traits, right? And so you'll really want to tap into your inner Virgo. You have Virgo somewhere in your chart. You can always get a chart done to see which house Virgo resides, to see if you have enough of that patience, flexibility, compromise to turn those challenges into opportunities for this Virgo full moon. And just allow this transformation to flow like a river. Don't try to dam it up or try to make the water go this way, because when the water wants to go one way, you're not going to change it. You know, nature will win every single time. So you got to go with the flow. Imagine for this full moon that you're just in a river raft and you just got to go where the river takes you. And it might be like, whoa, I didn't expect to go way over here. That wasn't my plan. So sometimes plans change, and the full moon is also trine Uranus, which is actually a really positive aspect. If you think about something exciting that's about to happen, it might be completely unexpected. It might throw you off course, but hopefully this will be a more positive change, and it could be just some really exciting surprise. Maybe surprise, you get your stimulus check. I think this will be the week we probably get stimulus checks deposited, because that's a very full moon trine Uranus experience. But it can be some other unexpected money, unexpected opportunities. For once, we will get some good news. I really predict we'll see some good news with this full moon because of that full moon trine Uranus. And it's a positive aspect of hope for our future, and it might bring just something really exciting out of the blue. It could even be a romantic encounter. You might just suddenly find love, or find love in the most unusual places. There can be a positive shift in your thinking. You may have that aha moment and just get inspired. You could just write a book with this full moon trine Uranus. And we might all be craving more freedom with this aspect, and to just move on from all the things that held us back in 2020, and finally get our forward momentum going. But this is still not quite the doing time yet. This is more of like the preparing for what lies ahead time. This is the time when the farmer starts to get the soil ready for the garden. It's not the grow the garden time, it's the preparations of the soil of the garden. And we want to be ready for when spring hits, then we can grow. And so just get your ideas together right now. Think about what seeds you want to plant this spring and what you'll want to grow and harvest this year. But this is not the growing time. Technically, we are still in winter. February is winter, and we still need our rest. And I have so much on my to-do list right now. Our spring guide is just blowing up with features, and I have so many emails in my email box, and it's a very Virgo thing to have this to-do list. Oh, we got all these things I got to do, and Mercury finally went direct, so it's like all the planets are going direct. We just want to go for it, you know, get going, move on. And I've been reading the I Ching for hundreds of years, and the I Ching I keep getting for this week is number 52. It's keeping still. It's all about stillness. And it reads, at the beginning of a major undertaking, it is vital to reserve your energy by pausing for rest and reflection at the start. Take a moment to chart your course before setting out on any adventure. This will support good timing and brings good fortune. This is the point in your endeavors when you need to plan ahead in the most mindful way. When embarking on an ambitious journey or undertaking during turbulent times, the wise will take great care and consideration, especially in the beginning. Proper planning and timing right now will help you going forth. Keep your balance now, and you will be able to persevere later in establishing a strong and lasting foundation for growing all of your projects. So this full moon at 8 degrees of Virgo is about having so much potential. There's so much potential here. Yet there is a sense that success is always out of reach. It's just beyond your grasp. It's not quite happening yet. And so there's a reaching out, just like if you were reaching out for that brass ring again and again, just trying to grab it as you go around. And then the merry-go-round just keeps spinning, and it always spins you past that brass ring. You can't grab it. You never can grab it because the centrifugal force is pulling you down at the very moment you reach for it. And that's what this Virgo moon feels like. You're trying to go for it, get that brass ring, and then whoosh, the merry-go-round just swings you around. But you'll get another chance, right? You'll get another chance. It'll go back around. And so the key to grasping all that you desire with this full moon in Virgo is to just take some time out. Stop grasping for the brass ring. Just go within and get really quiet. Meditate. Or go out in nature. Go for a hike. And just soak up some nature therapy. And just let go. Let go of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish right now. And just stop trying for a moment. And let go of any burdens or responsibilities that are draining your energy. And let go of any bad habits that are getting in your way, worn out things. It's time to declutter, make some space for what's coming in. Let go of any negative relationships, negative friendships that are dragging you down. Let go of your ambitions even. Just for a moment, let go of your ambitions. And instead, this would be a great week with this full moon energy to do some energy clearing. Get out your Palo Santo, your smudging. Clean your house. Virgos love a clean, organized house. Do all your organization and cleaning and get really clear this full moon on what it is you want and making the space for it to come. and make sure the direction you are headed is exactly where you want to be going. This is a good time to make any changes or course corrections before you really get going on what your goals and plans are for the spring. And also, I love the Sabian symbol for this Virgo full moon at 8 degrees. It's about a 5-year-old child who takes their very first dance lesson. And I remember when my son was 5 and he wanted to learn martial arts. He wanted to be a ninja, but he also thought he already knew everything there was to be a ninja at just 5 years old. Just a small child, innocent child, but he thinks he knows everything. And I really had to convince him that he needed a teacher and he needed lessons to learn the true way of being a ninja. And he eventually found an amazing teacher here in Bend. We found Master Chen at Wushu, Oregon Tai Chi Wushu, and he couldn't be a better teacher for my son. And once he finally took classes, he realized he didn't know anything. And then he got into his beginner's mind. He released his previous, what he thought he knew, and he just learned, and he just soaked it all up like a sponge. So this is asking you to go back to that childlike mind, beginner's mind. Sometimes you take that first dance lesson and you have to embrace beginner's mind. Sure, you may think you know how to dance, but you must surrender to the process. You must let the teachings unfold and let go of everything you thought you already knew before this moment. And it is time to begin again, fresh, like a child's mind. And this is a time of learning in a more self-disciplined way, under the guidance from a supreme mentor. And consistency is key here. The beauty of a dance class or a martial arts class is that you go once a week. And every week you are consistently improving. And it is through this consistent effort, this consistent weekly getting together with a teacher, that you will achieve your greatest results. So just be patient with your ambitions this week. You can pick it all up again on March 13th, when we will have a very auspicious new moon in Pisces, and then you can plant those powerful seeds of intention with even more deep-rooted potential, and you'll be able to plant them in the moist, dark soil. And you can try once more. As the moon goes around, you can try to grab that elusive brass ring this time, and you'll get another chance. You know, I promise you'll get another chance, but you might not get it this month. It might not happen. So don't be disappointed if you don't make it happen. There's always another month and another cycle, and this is what I love about using the moon. You know, we're just sowing these seeds of love every month. And if you're a gardener, you know sometimes you plant seeds and you're so excited about them and they just don't come to fruition. Or maybe, you know, I planted some lemongrass years ago and all of a sudden 5 years later it came to fruition. So you just keep planting the seeds, and it might pop up later, it might pop up right away. You don't always get what you want, but you just keep putting out your intentions and trying. And each month, with each new moon cycle, you get another chance at it. So never give up, just keep trying. And the full moon is such a good time for just letting go of anything. I wanted to share with you another full moon thing you can do is to put water in a blue bottle and put it out for this Virgo full moon. Is full of such fertile energy. If you're trying to have a baby especially, you'll want to put water in a blue bottle, put it in your windowsill, and just let it be charged with this fertile, earthy, dark-soiled, grow those seeds kind of energy. And this water will serve you all year round. And something else I like to do for the full moon is just to release anything that I just need to let go. And so what I do is I take my singing bowl and I just pour water And I invite you to think of anything that you want to let go of from this month, or maybe there's something you want to let go from all of 2020. Well, let's just let go of all of 2020. But if there's anything in particular, just hold it in your mind's eye. And then I ring it. And I just let the water, you can see the water is sprinkling up. And I just let that water take it away, just like taking a Tibetan gong bath. And the gong bath will wash it all away. I hope you have a magnificent full moon in Virgo. And may you release all that doesn't serve you this month. Thank you.